So do you believe that black people are the lowest of the lows by design?
By design?
Yes. No?
Yeah, well, let me retract that no. I and I'm just going on my personal experience. I remember with Vietnam with the draft and stuff like that, especially among the black people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had a draft. Now everybody thinks that the draft is going to take, well, I'm in high school and I'm in college and stuff like this. That's not how the draft worked for the black people. The
Okay.
ones who didn't get drafted and got 4F were the ones who dropped out of school prior to the ninth grade.
Okay.
And then the ones who did get drafted were the ones who mostly had high school or had anything after the ninth grade.
Okay.
All the people that mostly 90% of the black and the African Americans who got drafted went in the infantry.
Okay.
So their job was just to catch bullets.
Mm.
They became good bullet catchers and stuff like that. That was the aim. Leaving at home all these people who had dropped out of school that really had no
chance
future.
in life. Right.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
so that's a design.
And there's more designs.
Yeah.
Those intricate little designs are still going on today.
Yeah, but that's a tangible design you can put your finger on and point to A, B, C, and D, and E, F, G. It's right there. You just have to look for it. It's
Right.
right
So
there.
so let me tell you another design, one that goes on a lot today. From the school to prison pipeline. Black kids are more likely to get suspended, more likely to get kicked out of school, and then more likely to get arrested.
Yeah.
It's harder when you get arrested or when you get kicked out of school or when you get suspended to have a future.
It is.
So you get expelled, then you don't have a diploma. And let's be real. If you get a GED, that's not the equivalent of having a diploma when in terms of filling out a job application. So then you go to jail. You either start so you're not able to get a job, and you still have to be able to make money to make a living. So then what do? If you're living in poverty, you don't have an education, you're thrown in jail. Or you don't have an education, you only have a GED, and you have no future, no education. What else? What else is for that? That is a design that they still that they use towards black people. That's another one that you can put your finger on that they're doing towards black people now.
Yeah.
See, white privilege is that they don't have to go through that.
White privilege doesn't.
They're not targeted.
They're not targeted in that regard like the people in the lower socioeconomic thing. I give that 100%, and that's because the people that are in the power up here are white.
Yes.
Like their little Johnny's the one that's fighting for that little job. Doesn't make their kids smarter.
Nope.
Doesn't make their kids more equitable to get a job, you know.
But it makes them more privileged.
I guess if you're looking at that as a privilege, yeah, against that design, I would have to say that would be a privilege of you being born white, if you were born into that middle class society. But that's not a given. It could be a privilege, but it's not a given.
Well, just like the draft, not every single person was drafted exactly towards the design you said. There were some people that fell through cracks. Whenever you're dealing with people in systems like that, there's always a couple that fall through the cracks. But
and both of these are from history, even though one's still kind of in existence today. And now that one's gone, the draft's gone. But the one you're talking about, now you identify that problem and you fix it.
Yes.
That's what you do. So even though you can call it a privilege, just don't stay there. You know?
Applaud that. Applaud that.
Yeah.
Right. So what we should be doing as black people, since we know that these are the things, these are what we are up against, here's one thing we could do. We could homeschool. We could teach our kids at home. That's one thing we can do. Homeschooling our kids. We can start trying to open schools that are run by mostly black people. There's a lot of things that we can do. We can get black people put into the school committees.
We can do that, and even on the small individual type of thing like that, you can say, "Do your homework." You ain't going out till that homework's done.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that. Start young. Do your homework. yeah, but the kid, I'm in preschool. We don't have homework. Yeah, you do. How much is 1 and 1? I don't know. You better sit down there and figure it out.
Yep.
Give me your ABC. Get that.
You do have to work harder, but it
Yeah.
can be done.